Hello, everyone. Welcome to the News Browse News broadcast. NPR reports that the humanitarian crisis in Gaza is worsening, with hunger significantly increasing among its population. This escalating hunger is a direct consequence of critical food aid being cut, which humanitarian organizations attribute to higher operational costs. The article specifies that the U.S.-Israeli war against Iran is a primary driver behind these rising expenses, pushing up the cost of food and creating severe funding shortfalls for aid efforts. These increased costs make it more challenging to deliver vital food assistance to those in desperate need in Gaza, exacerbating an already dire situation for residents relying on this aid for survival. Former U.S. Ambassador to China, Max Baucus, revealed in an interview with the South China Morning Post that the recent summit between U.S. President Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping has ushered in a new phase of constructive stability for U.S.-China relations. Baucus emphasized that this stage is characterized by mutual distrust and a primary focus on preventing crises rather than fostering deeper trust or fundamentally resetting bilateral ties. He noted that the summit served as a crucial guardrail, averting a potential breakdown and escalation in relations, despite highlighting their inherent limitations. Given the long-standing intense competition and profound lack of trust between the two systems, this limited outcome was precisely the objective. Baucus also called for more direct communication between leaders and the establishment of institutional military channels to prevent accidental escalation. This news comes from Zio Shabbat. CBS News reports that CIA Director John Ratcliffe visited Havana last week for a rare meeting with senior Cuban officials, bringing along a paramilitary leader involved in the mission to capture then Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro. Sources indicate Ratcliffe introduced the officer as the one responsible for the deaths of 32 Cuban military and police personnel during the January operation to extract Maduro. This move is seen as a deliberate signal amid escalating tensions. The visit follows months of U.S. pressure on Cuba, including tariff threats and fuel shortages, with Secretary of State Marco Rubio advocating for fundamental reforms and President Trump floating a friendly takeover. The U.S. emphasizes that Cuba can no longer be a safe haven for adversaries in the Western Hemisphere. The meeting also involved Raul Rodriguez Castro, grandson of former Cuban President Raul Castro, who was indicted for his alleged role in a 1996 plane downing shortly after the Havana talks. Cuba, which has reportedly acquired attack drones, has warned of a bloodbath if the U.S. military strikes the island. CBS News reports that while AI is linked to nearly 50,000 job cuts this year, representing 17% of total layoffs, economists suggest the technology's more significant impact on the U.S. labor market is through suppressed hiring. Companies like Intuit and Meta have announced layoffs, citing shifts to AI, but experts believe many businesses are delaying recruitment to reevaluate staffing needs. This trend disproportionately affects junior and entry-level workers, as their roles are often easier to automate. Goldman Sachs data indicates AI reduced monthly payroll growth by about 16,000 jobs in the past year. Some experts believe framing job cuts as AI-related can also be a positive signal to investors, masking other economic pressures. Workers are advised to develop AI skills and adaptability. The Trump administration has announced a significant shift in U.S. immigration policy, now requiring most foreigners residing in the United States to leave the country and apply for a green card from their home nations. This new rule from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, overturns a more than 50-year-old policy that allowed individuals with legal status, including spouses of U.S. citizens, work visa holders, and asylum seekers, to complete the entire permanent residency process domestically. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, this change is viewed as the latest effort by the Trump administration to restrict legal immigration. Aid groups and immigration lawyers express deep concern. warning that forcing individuals to return to countries with existing travel bans or visa processing pauses would create a catch-22, effectively leading to indefinite family separations. USCIS stated that the system is intended for temporary visitors to depart the U.S. once their visit concludes, implying green card applications should not initiate from within the country. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.